Good evening, everybody. Okay, hang on, bear with me just a moment. Just gonna neck this coffee. Right. Good evening. I hope you've all had a nice weekend. Yeah, so it's currently, what is the time? So it's 25 minutes to 10 on a Sunday evening, and I've just been in a TeamSpeak channel for the last hour and a bit, just hanging out with my clan mates and just talking shit with them. But yes, I'm now just going to chill out and play a bit of Warhammer, really, and yeah, just for a bit, play some Warhammer, and then eventually walk the dog and wind down and go to bed. Thank you, Chip. Thank you kindly. Thank you for subbing. And before that... Oh, hang on. I haven't sorted out my overlay. Hang on a minute. Thank you, Dasworm and Ziggy. And Destiny before that. Thank you, all of you. That's very generous. So, yes, how is the Warhammer playthrough going? It's going very well. We are playing as the Greenskins, represented by the yellow areas here, indicating captured territories. We started off in the Badlands, this area to the south of the Old World, which is this map that stretches all the way up here, and we've now successfully taken over more or less half of it. We are by far the strongest faction, well on our way to victory, and yes, we're continuing to consolidate our gains as best we can, and push our borders further in every direction. Thank you, Julius, and Let's Feed Together, and Dash Shadow, and Yuki. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, Yuki. Right. So, over on our western front, we have the Wood Elves, who thus far appear to be keeping to themselves. We also have the Humans of Tilia, who were at war with me at one point, but have since backed off and have now... They seem to be suffering with... Well, let me just go there. They seem to be having their own problems in the over here to the west. They are utterly unable of holding... Yeah, they're incapable of hanging on to their own territory in the face of chaos. Chaos being the big mid-game event, which takes the form of a large invading army from the north, but also cultists throughout most realms. This has caused instability and the eventual collapse of most of the Tilian human provinces. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you very much. So, we don't necessarily... what I'm trying to say is we don't necessarily need to deal with the humans of Tilia at the moment. To the north, we have the Avalans and the Wizenlands, I think they're called, which are basically turning out to be the battleground that we will face Chaos in, you know, the site of our main battles against Chaos. As a result, I'm trying to fortify them as best I can in preparation for, well, the tide of Chaos pouring down. Thank you, Koryakin. Thank you. Over to the east, we have the Vampires, the Vampire Counts, and the Dwarves, who we're making great progress against, actually. I have one of my war bosses tearing through their territory whilst the Dwarves are fighting against the Vampires. So, yeah, all in all, things are going quite well. Thank you, Novo. Thank you. Is Swagger Souls in ZF? No. Not sure. Who's Swagger Souls? He's a regular, isn't he? Hang on. Just reading the chat. Will I play Warhammer 2? Dunno. When it gets cheaper, maybe. Right. So, first move then, for me, it's turn 160. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. Grimgor Ironhide, my war boss, my war chief. He's almost on the cusp of a war, isn't he? Or has he already got one? No, so pretty soon, we'll get a war spawning off the back of Grimgor. That's going to be quite useful. Thank you, Arandus. Thank you. Good to hear it, Mike. Good to hear it indeed. Yeah, it's good fun, isn't it? It's good fun indeed. Okay, so Grimgor, what was his next task? He needs to burn a bunch of villages in order to get a lead on his armor. He's waiting for word on like a type of legendary armor. Okay, thank you, Tommy and Optical. Thank you both. For now, let's just bring Grimgor to the north. Yeah, keep him marching north. Grimgor moves his army into the Avalans, this area here. Okay. Next army. The Waste Walker is a shaman that's with Grimgor. You can stay there. I've got no particular reason to move him out of the army yet. Thank you, Boo Hisky. Thank you. Okay.
Who's the boss?
Okay, so Felfire, the big general admiral. So my strategic general who picks titles with no idea what they mean, since one of them's a naval title. He's stationed at the city of Forks right now. I'm not entirely sure what to do with him. The surrounding provinces we're not at war with. It'd be a shame to declare war with another faction with Chaos so close to us. Thank you, Julian. Thank you.
I'm the best.
I'm going to move him here and have him begin raiding operations, basically.
Nice.
So, Felfire. Oh. The big General Admiral. Past treaties, trespassing, raiding. Okay, that is causing severe diplomatic penalties. The music is too loud. I can turn it down. No problem. That can be sorted. There we go. What has to happen to win the game, Gregor? So currently, my long-term objectives are to eliminate... Okay, so we've crushed... Good. So we've destroyed all of the necessary factions that we need to destroy from the Greenskins. We need to... Okay, raise three... No, sorry. We have raised or looted a sufficient number of settlements. We need to take over a few dwarf holds. Destroy the Empire, destroy the dwarves, and put Chaos back in its place, basically. Okay.
Great and powerful war.
So Felfire can stay there conducting raiding operations. Thank you, Revenant. Thank you. The compliments. Okay, so Felfire stay there. Umlaut the Talkie Talker was moving up to the Big Pigeon, this settlement here. Umlaut the Talkie Talker is my shaman, my magic general. He's recently fought against Chaos and had a bit of an astounding victory against a very powerful army. So he's gone back to the Big Pigeon to rearm and recuperate. He's also got 3 regiments of Black Orc elite infantry being recruited, which is, yep, in progress. So you stay there, Umlaut. Warboss Dead Crab, his last orders were to take his army over to these dwarf holds and occupy them. So he's going to carry on. So Warboss Dead Crab moved to Darok Thing, a village named after a large boulder in the middle of the town. Okay, the garrison isn't necessarily... Okay, no, it's got a defensive wall, I see. Right. Alright, I'm just going to take this for the fun of it then. So, we're facing Longbeards. So, 4 mana pools of Longbeards, 2 mana pools of Miners, 3 mana pools of Quarrelers. Sorry, 5 mana pools of Quarrelers. Except that 3 of them have really good ones. And a Cannon team and a Grudge Thrower team. Should be fairly easy to overwhelm. Okay, let's take the field. So, this is War Boss Dead Crab. He's a war boss who has an obsession with crabs. And, yeah, he's just fascinated by them. And, I imagine he'd get like a big pincer claw if he could. I'm sure we could get like, well, I suppose 40k greenskins get the power claws, can't they? We don't really have that option if we were in the regular Warhammer universe. Thank you, Voodoo. So, Warboss Dead Crab's army consists mostly of a pretty heavy infantry core. He's got a lot of Black Orcs. Black Orcs being the specifically bred, larger and very well armoured greenskins who will rush into battle with two-handed axes. Okay. Let's go from here. We're just pretty much going to charge the gate and start sacking and destroying. So Zoni the Beard, Burnstail, Den BM, Vortex, Shane, Bone Stealer, Blue Seer, Ace the Saint, Bremy, and Awe. Group 1. Thank you, Dutslayer. Thank you very much, dude. Warboss Dead Crab, straight in the middle. Drex Arg, Embarrassment, Holola, and the 3 Bouncer. Group 2 as my archers, Black Goblins. Shadwi and Prey are going to be group 4, my Arachnarog Spiders, basically a large siege weapon. And the next Cold Green Iced Tea and Vital Slayer are group 3, my Shock Infantry, in the form of Trolls. So large feral beasts that will run towards the enemy and start swinging their mallets and drooling everywhere. Okay. Right. Let's do this. Easy peasy. Let's go squish the Dwarven garrison whilst trying to suffer as few casualties as possible. Trolls, start your attack. Black Orcs follow. Everyone follow, really. Straight in up through the middle, please. Oh, the spiders can go for the gate as well. Right. So, the trolls are herded towards the enemy as best we can. They're very easily distracted. Very hard to command. Okay, Dwarven crossbowmen are trying to rain down shots against the trolls. They've got really thick hides though. They're going to have trouble getting through it. So they stomp towards the gatehouse, the Dwarven gatehouse. They know how to make them. Here come the Arachnarog Spiders, massive, legendary beasts from the forest that the goblins have not necessarily tamed, more appeased via sacrifice. Goblins basically abduct other mortals, which are tasty to the... yeah, greenskins aren't very tasty for the spiders, but humans are. They'll herd them into the spider's nest to be eaten. Okay. Won't take us long to get... Oh, we're already through. Hang on. Full charge, please. Everyone in. Warboss in. Trolls in. And all the... Oopsie. All the Black Orcs, please make your way in. Thank you, Ima. Thank you very much, man. Right, there we go. So as you can see, the ones holding the gate stand no chance. The Arachnarog Spiders crushed with their bodies. Dwarven armor may be thick, but it's vulnerable to compression, effectively. They can be easily squashed. Okay, let's check the morale. Yeah, they're almost gone. Right, the defenders on the walls have realised they're in trouble. They're coming off. Right, so Shadwi, go for this group here. Okay, here we go. Yep, the spiders just lunge forward with their bodies, squashing dwarves as they go. Let's get everybody in as best we can. Do we have any abilities I can spam? Not at the moment. Have our archers just exchange shots with the crossbowmen on the walls. Have all of the Black Orcs just rush the main gate. The trolls are reaping a bloody tally. But it's the spiders that are doing the real brute work here. Oh yes, the trolls are also spitting a sort of acidic bile. Thank you, Bjorn. Thank you very much, dude. Looking good so far. The numbers are good. We've almost broken them. It's a huge just throng of bodies in the gatehouse. Black Orcs trying to make their way in. Can we make it wider? Not really. Okay, hang on, who's this? The Nexus trolls are panicking. Easily distracted creatures, trolls. Okay, cold green iced tea. Please charge your troll group against that group of dwarven miners. Whoop. Camera's a bit weird in the city fights. I know, Mantazo. Yes, indeed. I went to go do the dishes. Yeah, the dwarves stand no chance. They can't do anything against the spiders. They're getting absolutely gutted. Okay, we need a good outflank move. Shane, take your Black Orcs here, please. Let's completely pin them and then break them around. Okay. Gobbos, please move closer to the gatehouse. You're just engaging towers now. Come on, Shane. Move your Black Orcs around if you can. I just heard a dwarven retreat horn. There you go then. So Shane's Black Orcs bum rush the dwarves from behind with their big two-handed cleavers, which should cause severe morale penalties. The grey bar beneath. Yeah, so their morale is bleeding. Very good. Okay, there's still I remember there's a cannon piece somewhere. We need to try and keep the spiders away from it. Can the goblins get in? Thank you, Control, for the compliments, and welcome. Cool. Indeed, yeah, this is the rock type is currently sitting in the chat. This is his village. Very good. The surviving dwarves are panicking. They're panicking and they're trying to get away. And those dwarves on the walls are still causing problems. Right, Zonny the Beard, Burns Tail and Den. Take that group there. Okay. Volfex, Shane and Blue Seer move round so you can get in behind them. All of the trolls and the Arachnarok spiders and the war boss get ready to move to the center of the city. Yeah, the city's ours anyway. Okay. Right, so Zonny's Black Orcs have engaged the crossbowmen. Their morale will collapse quickly and then the battle will be over. Oh yes, and the Arachnarok spiders also have goblin handlers is the wrong word. Devotees, really, on the back, on their backs with these bows and arrows. They're not very effective. Okay, there's the cannon. Oh fuck it, just push. Shadowy, push. Dead crab, push. All of the trolls, push. Okay. Trouble is the cannon fire will be quite effective against the Ragnarok spider, against Shadwy. It's a large target. There we go. Shin. So Shadwy charges. Shadwy, can you go all the way to the cannon? That's your real threat there, Shadwy. Oh, cannon fire. Missed, mercifully. Oh, that one didn't. You gotta get into that cannon. These are just longbeards, or quarrelers even, they're not even a threat. Yeah, good. So the cannon crews have stopped loading the cannons to engage Shadwy in close quarters. They've already panicked. It's over. Very good. Okay. So, the Greenskins will busy themselves going through the settlement, looting and pillaging and murdering everything that moves. Everything shiny will be taken to the center of the village and distributed by the war boss. Thank you, Grim. Thank you. The spiders will occupy themselves making huge webs, and I'm sure the goblins will assist in herding the men, the women and the children into those webs to appease the spider god. Well, they consider it a god. Thank you, Grimman and Macpherson. Thank you. So, yeah, give it a couple of days and there's going to be thousands upon thousands of little skeletons all over this place. Thank you, Midas. Thank you very much. Right. Decisive victory. And we suffered very few casualties, which is nice, which is what I really wanted in doing it manually. In that we can launch the next attack against the next dwarven settlement in this region. And, yeah, basically take over as much as possible. My main fear is that the dwarves will rally an army over here under the command of the Slayer King, one of the legendary leaders who proves to be a problem. Is there lore behind how they tame the spiders? Yes, there is, Sierra. Thank you, Puppy. Thank you. Typically, when it comes to taming the spiders of the wild forests of the old world, the goblins were initially a source of prey, but they discovered that by, well, obviously feeding non-goblins to them and sort of offering them sacrifice and tribute, these spiders would stay away. Particularly the Arachnarog spiders, the massive ones. It appears that they are smarter than they appear. They are not just animals. They have sentience. So they started to appreciate the worship of these tiny green things who are quite scrawny and not very tasty. So over time, they were able to build up a working relationship with the goblins. They're not enslaved. They are worshipped alongside Gork and Mork. There are eight spiked totems of the spider god. I think, what do they call the spider god? It's not She Who Thirsts, that's Slanesh. It's, I can't remember. There's a name for the spider worship, the spider cult. Thank you, Archimedes. Thank you, Archimedes. Thank you. Right, so from that battle, War Boss Dead Crab got 55 kills, Zoni the Beard 46, Burnstail 70, Den BM 34, Vortex 18, Shane 23, Bone Stealer 38, Blue Seer 14, Ace the Saint 26, Bremy 23, OA 14. Of the Archers, Drex got 22, Embarrassment got 39, Holola got 32, the Bouncer 22. Of the Spiders, Shadwi got 38, Prey got 71. The next, the Trolls units got 68, Cold Green Ice Tea 81, and Vital Slayer 63. The clear winner, I believe, would be Cold Green Ice Tea with 81 kills. MVP for the Trolls there, who is now rank 2, so they're going up in experience. Okay, the Rock Thing is back under Greenskin control. Thank you, Voynish. Thank you very much, dude. That's very kind. Where have I been, Lone Wolf? Right here. Next video when? I'm afraid I've decided to quit YouTube to become... Fuck. That's the wrong website. Thank you, Unknown. Thank you, dude. No, hang on. I've quit YouTube to become a street entertainer. Yes, I go out on the street with my... what can I entertain people with on the street? I dance. I dance for their amusement on the street. And people throw money at me. Well, mostly rocks. But, you know. Right. So, now that we've taken back the Rock Thing, it is a small village, part of the Reichlands. This area here. The capital city is Altdorf. So, the Rock Thing, Brainbug's Gulch, and Eilhart? Okay, so... start building up garrisons. We're going to need some boys defending. Some green-skinned boys defending. How are we doing on obedience levels? Obedience is currently good. Chaos corruption is being steadily chipped away. Build piles of shiny stuff. A treasury, basically. Okay. Am I the bassist in a band called Skrillex? Yes! Yes! Wait, what? Okay. So that's War Boss Dead Crab. Over here, to the far east, Azog the Slaughterer, one of my war bosses, continues his march through dwarven lands. Where should we go now? There's Karak Kadrin. We could take a smaller village. Karak Kadrin's defences are not that massive. Let's go straight for them. Thank you, Chaplain Oblivious. Thank you very much, dude. Okay. Azag used the underway. The tunnels beneath the mountain. This war. Go for that village. Right, Fabio de Grinin, one of my shamans watching the dwarves. You stay there. Monitor their activity on the far west front. Maximo the Always Lost, one of my gobbos working around Snaky Bones, this village here, is reducing building costs for the area. Continue that effort, please. In 3 more turns, we will have sufficient population surplus to upgrade Neville to a tier 4 settlement, which is what I need to build bigger defences in preparation for the arrival of Chaos. Am I able to train more troops? Yes, indeed. Epic Eli? Sorry, Epic... Epic Elite. Sorry. I was trying to figure out whether... I was like... Yeah, I was trying to figure out how your name was there. Yes, we can train more soldiers. In fact, I might be able to field another army. But for the moment, I just want to take as much territory as I can. I want to make sure our incoming cash flow is as high as I can make it. Okay. Quebec the Pooh Cupboard, my primary assassin, is currently tired, having killed yet another dwarven thane. I'm going to deploy him in this province to reduce enemy cash flow by about 25%, I think. Okay. Why don't I play as Chaos Warriors? Because I'm playing as the Greenskins, the richest poor. I can't do it all simultaneously. Kilo Twin, De Broken, a crippled goblin over here, is hobbling his way through the human lands, gathering intel. Watch them, please. President Nixon, another sneaky goblin over here. I'd like him to follow the Chaos war bands and monitor their progress.
The Empire.
The Empire. The Emperor. There he is. I was wondering where he was. So he's up here doing something. So here we have 2 Chaos war bands. I don't know where they're going. Okay. That should be everything I can do for this turn. I've got some money that I can sink into projects if I need to. So Silver Crev. Let's build a boss's tent in Silver Crev to reduce vampiric corruption. Not just here, but next door in in the Vampire Lands. Thank you, Stoner. Thank you very much. Right. Black Mountains over here. Are there any further military buildings I can make here? Oh, interesting. I can build the Beast Lair in air marks. I didn't know that. That's useful. Really? Could I have done that the entire time? Wait a minute. Why there? Because Neville is a strategic location and it will give me access to a different type of building. I assumed it was this, the Beast Lair, but I guess it's not. Okay, so if I build the Beast Lair, it will give me increased unit experience for all squigs, for and reduce. Sorry, what is it? For all squig units, and for boars and boar units, wolves, and spider riders. So we'll build it here, making this area, Shabby Wabby, this province, a prime military recruitment location for my faction. Carry on. Okay. Which means Neville becomes less important as a military centre. Right. What else can I do? Oh yes, Mount Digby is a cock over here. Needs a larger gold mine. Let's do that. I've stopped taxation over at Mount Moley. This was to improve its overall growth. Continue that, please. Build totems to build as large a population of greenskins as possible. Okay, that's all I can do for this turn. Right. Ending the turn. So this is now turn 161. So one of my greenskin wars continues to loot dwarven territories to the northeast. The Empire moves north. Dwarven agents mill about in Sylvania, where the vampires are, as well as Avaland, where we are. The Avalands. Okay, the vampire counts. They're currently at peace with me because they're having so much trouble with the dwarves. Okay, chaos armies are splitting up. They're being shadowed by their own agents. It should be, if you just keep scrolling down, Arc Venom, it should be there. Why don't I play anything else, or do I really like the game? I can't play every game simultaneously, Tramp. I can only play one game really at a time. I will play other games later. Okay, the humans of Tilia didn't really do much. Hi there, UK Ronin. Good evening. Good evening, sir. And thank you, Four Eyes. Thank you. Right, so Grimgore. So what I said on the last turn about Grimgore being close to getting a war, it's happened. So basically, the greenskins around Grimgore have become so excited that they formed a war, which is basically the greenskin. It's a cross between a crusade and a pub crawl. So a lot of random greenskins will come together. They will start bashing their shields and their swords together, making a right ruckus. And they will charge in a semi-organized fashion towards the enemy. A war. Thank you, Descrow. Thank you very much. So we now have a new war to use on the field. So long as, you know, they have enemies to kill, they will keep fighting. Okay, Gobbo Ranter. So we have a sort of goblin preacher that will reduce vampiric and chaos corruption in a province where an army is stationed. We have a mission to recruit greenskin cavalry. I don't really give a shit about that. So stand by. So this is Umlaut the Talkie Talker, my shaman general. He's already got one goblin ranter in his army. I want to look for a general who does not have a goblin ranter. Backstabber, swindler. Okay, I'm going to give... Here. Oh, and a shroom gatherer as well. Ah, hang on. Spider rider, backstabber, spider banner. Okay, right. So in Felfire, the big General Admiral's army, I've added a goblin ranter, which should reduce vampiric corrupt. So he's basically preaching to goblins about the evils of vampires and how to best destroy them. And same with chaos agents. So goblins are going to fan out through the countryside and start hunting down the infrastructure that vampires and chaos agents rely on in order to move effectively. So hunt down vampire crypts in the daylight, that sort of thing. Dig them up with a whole bunch of greenskins on the promise that there's maybe some shinies down there, and slaughter the vampires when they're sleeping. Thank you, Napalm. Thank you, dude. Okay, right. Felfire also has a skill point, I believe, so I'm going to put that into... Is there anything that I need? Oh yes, I was moving it down this tree here. So this is his buff tree for his men. So my strategic general will now have plus 12 weapons, so plus 12% weapons strength for all melee infantry units in his army. So since, well, most of them are melee, but particularly his Felfire's black orcs, they will now have a significant boost to their melee attack power, which is going to be very relevant in the fight against chaos. Thank you, Napalm. Thank you. Right. Sorry, just having a quick drink. Do I only play the single player for the moment? Matt Azir. Might do some multiplayer at some point, but for now, I'm too invested in the single player campaign for the moment.
Great and powerful war.
Okay, so Felfire, stay where you are. Continue raiding operations in the province of Wurtbad. We need to monitor the chaos activity. Thank you, Wablas. Yes, I hope you like it. Ah, interesting. So, the dwarves have fully recovered from their arse kicking that the vampires gave them when they tried to attack Castle Drakenhof. So I wonder what they're going to do. Over here. So Azag the Slaughterer, have this war boss use the underway to go near Karak Kadrin. Uh-oh. The Slayer King. Not good. So the Slayer King, a legendary dwarven hero, is stationed near Karak Kadrin. So there's Thorgrim Grudgebearer, the dwarven king, and there's the Slayer King. The two of them work in tandem, and he has a full cap army, suffering attrition but nevertheless full cap, which could deploy in the defense of Karak Kadrin. Okay. Peace negotiated between the dwarves and the Empire. Interesting. Right. Grimgor. So Grimgor has now properly entered the Avalanche. The trouble is, I have no target to really go for. Shall we just attack the vampires, for Christ's sake? I mean, they're right here. I've got I've got 3 armies ready to start killing. 3 armies in a while. We need an enemy. The Warriors of Chaos are coming, sure, but we don't know how soon until they get here. And it's not as if they have allies, they're alone. Better to focus on the damn dwarves. Yeah, but the dwarves are behind the vampires. Basically, my enemy, my ancient enemy, the dwarves, are battling out with the vampires. We've got to do something. We can't just sit on the defense. We're greenskins, for Christ's sake. It will be a war on 2 fronts, yes. It is a risk. I'm not gonna say it's not. Chaos could come down and cause huge problems for us if we're battling against. They are strength rating of 5. That's not insignificant. Next turn when my armies are in position. Yeah. Okay. Umlaut's army will need 2 more turns at least until they're ready. Grimgor's army is ready to be deployed. We could already begin raiding operations. They are tough, though.
Night Gobbo War Boss.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you very much. Talk with the vampires. Thank you, Whistler. Thank you. I mean, we are both fighting the dwarves, but they'll never work with me. They hate me. And I've taken recent hero action and military action against them in the past. Our relations are steadily improving, though. I could go for the Empire. They are weak right now, aren't they? Make an alliance with the vampires, kill the dwarves, and then backstab them. Yeah. Okay, for now, oh, the Empire's all the way over there. Ah, fuck it. Grimgor can do that. Let's go for the Empire. Let's try and smooth relations with them. So, Quebec the Pooh covered. Stop performing that action in vampire territory. Instead, go for dwarven agents. So 81% chance to kill this level 6 Thane. Quebec the Pooh covered, a goblin covered in shit, sneaks forward and has successfully stabbed Snorri Sourskowl, a dwarven Thane, who has been wounded for several turns but not killed. Quebec also has a skill point, which I'm now putting into his melee tree. So I'm going to put it into precise to up his weapon strength for if he's on the field. Okay. Who owns the Stirland? Right now, I think either the humans or the northern barbarians, whose name I can't remember. Right. Okay, Grimgor, keeping yourself in marching formation, start moving towards the Empire. This war, have it continue with you. Oh, damn, I can't do that with it. Shit. Ah, no, we can't just... No, it's not going to work. I mean, the Empire are tiny. They've got 3 settlements and only 2 of them are even reasonably in reach. Fuck. Oh, hang on. Let me just throw this war against chaos or whatever. It's rubbish. We don't really give a shit about it. Thank you, Edgia. Thank you very much, Edgia. Okay. Yeah, let's just crush the Empire.
Ready for murdering.
Okay, so Grimgor's moving to the Empire.
Night goblins.
Felfire, you stay there on raiding operations and wait for the arrival of chaos.
Yeah.
Umlaut is rearming. Warboss Dead Crab has successfully taken over Darok Fing. Your orders are to now continue to Karak Ziflin. Enter the underway. The tunnels that thread the mountains. So he's bypassed the mountain by marching through the tunnels, but has to wait a turn before he can do anything. They can also be intercepted whilst in those tunnels. Oh, and Warboss Dead Crab has a skill point. Let's put it into Foe Seeker to let him move quickly and have additional vigor, so speed in his attack power. He'll be able to swing faster in battle. So Warboss Dead Crab, keep moving him down that tree. Damn, I should have put it in charge and get a boar, shouldn't I? Yeah. Alright. What's with the names? They're subscribers. So the names of the soldiers. Sorry, if you go beneath the stream, there's a Google spreadsheet which will keep track of all of the active armies and soldiers currently in play, and also the fate of those who have fallen. So each individual soldier is a Twitch sub or a patron. The agents on the field are some of them are Twitch subs, but a lot of them are patrons, the next tier down, and the generals, the war bosses, the goblin leaders of the armies are some of my top patrons, basically. Pay to win, sort of. But it's just a way of personalizing the campaign a bit. By having, I've done this quite a few times, as you can see on the open tabs before, for the vampires and for the dwarves. But yeah, it's quite good. It makes the playthrough a lot more interesting, and you have regular familiar faces who you recognize. For example, Engineer Galabus was one of my dwarven agents. Hi, Engineer Galabus. And now Galabus, I believe, is serving as one of my Black Orc regiments in one of the armies. So yeah, it's just fun seeing people again. Thank you, Good. Thank you very much, Good. Thank you. Okay, so Fabio de Grinin, hold your position. Maximo, you stay. Quebec the Poo-covered stay. Kilo Twin the Broken. Shadow that human army.
On it.
Make sure they don't get up to anything fishy. President Nixon, shadow Chaos. This army here. In fact, can you block them? 54% chance to block the Chaos army.
You're the boss.
He's failed, but at least he got some experience. He attempted to hit the Chaos... I was going to say supply trains, but that wouldn't really be applicable for Chaos. I guess sabotage their rituals that are keeping their demonic allies in the material realm. Maybe swap out some of their some of their ritual items for fakes or whatever. Okay. Whatever you can do to slow their army's progress. UK Ronin wasn't your first playthrough, the first XCOM stream. Indeed. Well, no, it wasn't when I first started on Twitch, UK Ronin. Played DayZ aplenty back in the day. Okay, end of the turn. One of my War is good. My War has crushed that dwarven village. Okay. The dwarves did not react to Azag the Slaughterer. Thank you, Aiming Nexus. Thank you, dude. 12 months. Very generous. Very generous indeed. Thank you. And you're very welcome. And thank you. Okay, Chaos agents are milling about next to Talabheim. Okay, they're falling back. Why? They're just raiding. One of them's raiding, the other one's marching. It's not clear what they're doing. Out of the three armies, who's my favourite? The vampires were good fun. Thank you, Exploding Fruit. Thank you. The humans are trying to... Did they succeed? I think the humans might have just eliminated one of the Chaos armies. No, he's fucking with you, Dave Lord. Okay, so my War has won a decisive victory up in the Eastern Mountains. We've got a migration of Gits entering our territory. Tell them to piss off, please. We don't want migrating troublemakers. Right, Grimgor. continue your army's march to the Imperial capital over here.
Let's go.
It'll take you a few turns to get there.
Let's go.
Right then, your war. They did.
The Empire.
The humans of Marienburg, a vassal of the Empire,
No, stop.
defeated one of the Chaos armies. Okay, President Nixon, go a bit further north and see if there are any additional ones coming.
When I get there, gonna stab.
What's he seen? Ah, this is what the Empire's been doing.
Prince and Emperor.
Okay, so it seems that the humans are acting as a bit of a shield against the incoming encroaching forces of chaos, which is nice. Better than last time when we were the damn shield, the vampires. Okay.
Be gone.
The Slayer King has not mobilized. What is he doing? What does that icon mean, sorry? At war? Oh, I'm just at war with them. It's not clear what he's doing. But he hasn't come to the defense of Karak Kadrin. Azag the Slaughterer, leave the underway. If I were to set you to siege on Karak Kadrin, we might be able to do it then. So, Karak Kadrin is one of the central dwarf holes in the story. It's protected by 2 standing units of Ironbreakers, 2 Longbeards, so veterans. It's a small garrison. It's a small but an elite garrison. I'm going to take it. So while the dwarves are sleeping, I'm going to sack one of their major settlements. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. I'm going to attack Karak Kadrin with Azag the Slaughterer's army, which is a similar army to the one you just saw, really, but with catapults and a giant this time. Right. Looks like the dwarves are suffering from vampiric corruption because they are attacking the Count's territory. Indeed. So one of the difficulties with the vampires is that, of course, all of the humans and all of the supplies are barricaded and secured, because obviously if the peasants want to survive against the monstrosities that exist in the vampire lands, they've got to batten down the hatches. Therefore, it's very difficult for them to get supplies off the population or forage when there are so many dangerous creatures around. Therefore, any mortal army entering vampire territory is going to suffer from steady attrition just because of how difficult it is to exist. You know, there. Nasty vampire undead creatures that lay in wait and ambush, and peasants who are surly and uncooperative. Or flat out working for the enemy, because obviously the only way you're going to survive as a peasant in the vampire lands is to, well, serve your vampire overlords. Okay. Azag the Slaughterer. I don't know why I'm moving so far away. We need to be as close to the gate as possible. So my legendary leader. So he is a strange greenskin who's found some sort of magically imbued artifact helmet, which is giving him astonishing intelligence for a greenskin. He's leading the army. DJ Teacup, Tasteful, Shade Ox, Rusty Commander, Trek, and Peely are Group 1, the Black Hawk contingent, and his main heavy infantry force. Overseer Bishop, Lillian, Quarphy, and Demon Fox, Group 2, his archers. Lynx, Womble's Fingerer, and Sick People Make Me Sick, Group 3, Shock Infantry, sort of fungal attack dogs called Squigs. That's not the only thing that a Squig can do, but in this case we're using these ones as attack, well, shock infantry. Duckslayer, the giant, plied with the promise of ale and food, a giant joins the forces of the Greenskins to smash and squash the enemy. Blue Mats, BR Commander, and Angry Fraggle, Group 4. Wild Trolls herded into battle. More shock infantry. And lastly, Dark Hunter and Too Fat for Me Tin as Group 5. My catapults. Stone throwers. Manned by goblins. Ramshackle contraptions who will basically be flinging rocks towards the enemy. These can be further back. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, looking good. Start the battle. I'm going to have them, the Iron Breakers will try to hold the wall, so to remedy this situation, catapults, please go for that section of the wall. Right, all of the trolls take the gate, Duckslayer take the gate, Azag the Slaughterer, move your men in a position and get ready to engage. Put the squigs up against the wall, get ready to go in a second. Well, we'll go there. Squigs can go up the walls. I don't believe they can. Right, here we go. So the catapults are going to start firing. Where are they? Back here, aren't they? Right, so the catapults will start firing. Rocks away. These are going to hit the wall. Here. A group of Longbeards are sitting on the top. They just took 4 casualties in that salvo. Right. The trolls move against the door. Now there's not much of a garrison here. But the garrison is pretty elite. Okay, it's about 29% damaged. The trolls move against the gatehouse. Behind it, they should have iron breakers. We probably just can't see them for the minute. Iron breakers are absurdly well armored. For a faction that consists of nothing but armored units, they are notably well armored. Make sure that Duckslayer goes first because he has the... Oh! Okay, they've got mining units that are raining down explosive charges on us. They're not very effective against single units, though. Okay, the gatehouse is on 72%. The squigs are getting maggoted over there. Move them over there. Very good. Gatehouse is down. Move in. Okay, nobody was... No, there are the iron breakers. Get them in. Right. Be our commander. Turn to the left, please. Go for that group. Oh, more demolition charges thrown by the iron breakers. And there's the general himself. Here we go. Charge in, please. Here comes Duckslayer. Duckslayer swings his club. Come on, you gotta hit him, Duckslayer. Don't just look at him. You hit our trolls, you willy. Right, Black Orcs full charge. Everyone in. Right, Squigs, can you get in? Yes, they can. A hole has been punched in the wall. Tell Group 5 the catapults to just start targeting one of the towers. Go for that one, please. Right, Squigs, please bundle their way inside the walls and start killing. In fact, bounce their way all the way to the courtyard if they can manage it. Right, Black Orc infantry are already straight through the gatehouse. Fuck, Duckslayer's getting railed by musket shot. Most of them won't penetrate the skin. Some of them might. Watch what you're doing, Duckslayer. Christ, okay, that side needs a bit of backup. The infantry are pouring down. Okay, stand by. All of the Black Orcs turn around and go for this group. BR Commander's trolls are panicking. There we go. So the Black Orcs with their two-handers. Who's this? Shade Ox. Shade Ox's Black Orcs are moving in there. Right, the Iron Breakers are down to just 25 men. Duckslayer is doing a number on them. Jesus Christ, Duckslayer's doing more damage to us at the minute. Run! Run, man! Run! Oh dear. He'll be fine. He'll be alright. Right, okay. Very good. Let's start securing the courtyard. Group 4 moving here. We've already got the courtyard. Fine, just slam into him. God damn it. Seems our archers are having trouble. Archers pull back. Yeah, as I said, they are elite. Duckslayer, can I navigate you around the side? Squigs, get in there as well. If Duckslayer can get in behind them, he'll be able to do significant morale damage to the dwarves. Good. There we go. Oh, fresh group has come down. Hello. Okay. Hard to get a good camera angle next to the wall. Okay, so he's fighting alongside Shade Ox's Black Orcs. Giants are a bit of an odd thing when it comes to the greenskins. I mean, you know, if you piss one off, it's going to smash you, but they're fairly peaceful, he says, when this one's clearly murdering them. They'll join the greenskins in exchange for food and alcohol, especially alcohol. Greenskins will frequently raid orchards, breweries, and just take the alcohol. They'll take it in barrels to places where giants roam and try to tempt them to join the greenskin hordes. Get that guy's head off. Okay. Looking good. The trolls are just sitting around doing nothing. Get there and start eating. Oh, come on. Hang on. Trek, get up on the walls, please. Be supported by Peely. Okay. Just ordered a couple of my Black Orc regiments to get on the walls and start distracting these bastards. Okay. So, statistically speaking, if you're a human and you're facing greenskin raids, you actually kind of want to run a brewery. Because they don't tend to kill the people, you know, running the brewery. Because if they do, they won't get alcohol fermented. And therefore they won't get giants. Musket fire. What's that? Fuck. All the squigs bounce over there quickly. So Womble's finger of sick people make me sick and Lynx. Right, the squig attack dog bounce. Yeah, they... So fungal creatures that spawn from orchid strains of fungus. There we go. Sort of like an ecosystem of the orcs. Various mushrooms that bring forth goblins. They also bring forth squigs. Come on, go get them. Go have fun. Off you go. Looking good. Big balls of muscle and leathery hides and teeth and enthusiasm. Very good. Right. Now the dwarves will retreat deeper into their dwarf hold and try to evacuate their women and their children into the tunnels, and they will actually succeed in most of that effort because the mountain is a huge labyrinth of tunnels that have been dug for hundreds and hundreds of years, thousands sometimes. So they'll evacuate most of their citizens, but the city is effectively lost. This city will become one of many greenskin strongholds that will be a spawning ground for the hordes of the War. Thank you, Puddly. Thank you very much. Right. Close victory. They did do significant damage to us. They were elite units. And I did a pretty poor job of keeping their musket men? Their gunners occupied on the walls. Thank you, Ripley. Yes, I'm just trying to sort of explain what's going on, I guess. Okay, so... Now, bear in mind that there weren't a great many dwarves to begin with, so our kill numbers won't be especially high. But all the same, we'll see who got MVP. I think it's one of the trolls. Yep, I believe one of the troll groups got MVP. So the maximum number of kills there. Do the orcs in Warhammer reproduce the same way as they do in 40k? Yes, they do. So the orcs, the green skins, do not reproduce sexually. They basically sort of shed a type of sort of fungal spores. Fungal spores will fall off their bodies when they are excited. So when you get a lot of greenskins bouncing up and down and making a good ruckus, they are also reproducing with spores falling off their bodies. But especially when they die, when a greenskin dies, a huge amount of spores will be released into the soil, which will start sort of gestating and also consuming the local sort of mats of vegetation and other life forms in the area. Left unchecked, this means that an area will start to become orcified. There will be a sort of ecosystem that will grow, mushrooms that seem harmless, that will sort of spread outwards and interconnect and start to sort of consume resources in an area. Eventually, over time, these mushrooms will start spawning small orcish creatures like the squig, tiny those little squigs that you saw there, but very small versions, which will in turn start eating more elements of the ecosystem. Further from that, you'll start to see the first snotling, so like a tiny little. Sorry, is it a snotling or a grot? I can't remember. Thank you, you horny stallion. Thank you very much. Thank you. So basically, small greenskin creatures will start to appear, and then eventually goblins will start to appear. More and more of them. Once you've got hundreds and hundreds of these in one area, who are building. They're putting together shacks and piles of shiny objects. They don't understand what they're for. Pieces of metal. Eventually, you'll see the first greenskin, the first orc. Appear, and then 2, then 4, then 8, and before you know it, you've got a full-on war on your hands. So this is why this is why the greenskins are difficult to deal with, because if you just leave them alone, they will just multiply and build up, and before you know it, you'll have a huge, massive population of greenskins. This also means that the greenskins are very ordered for a society, in that every greenskin, by the nature of its existence, knows its place and has has the logistics infrastructure already in place to feed it, to clothe it. When the orcs turn up, they already have slaves. They already have food. They've got everything they need to start kicking each other in the head and going out and raiding, basically. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much. This also kind of... Sorry, I'm going off and talking about the lore. This also means that they will... If you have a planet and you put some humans on there, come back in a few hundred years, or a few thousand years, rather, and they will be a highly advanced technological race that has conquered, they're going to be like a tier 1 civilization. Drop some greenskins on a planet, they're going to be stabbing each other with sticks and stones and pieces of bone for millions of years, because they just do not innovate. They're just stuck in this loop, just stuck in this cycle of rebirth and fighting and getting wiped out again, mostly by each other. They are just so there's such a dead end insofar as evolutionary. It's just getting better at beating each other around the head with sticks and stones and then wiping themselves out. They're just they're pretty shit in that regard. Thank you, Tin Bin. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, so Azag the Slaughterer got 34 kills, DJ Teacup got 18, Tasteful got 30, Shade Ox got 35, Rusty Commander got 34, Trek got 35, Peely got 32, of the Archers, Bishop got 5, Lillian got 6, Corfy got 7, Demon Fox got 4, of the Squigs, Lynx G got 27, Womble's Fingerer got 14, Sick People Make Me Sick got 24. Thank you, Citrix, thank you. Duckslayer, the Giant, got 46, Blue Two Mats got 28, the Trolls, BR Commander got 62, Angry Fraggle got 25, and Dark Hunter got 37, and Too Fat For Me Tin got 34. So the clear winner there is BR Commander with 62 kills, and is now rank 3, so climbs in experience. Thank you, Sir Toby. Thank you. Right. Do they... Yes, there is also an element of that, although that is less as in... Greenskin technology works because they believe it works. That is, however, something that is a bit more 40k, because of the nature of 40k technology, trying to sort of explain how these savages can, build spaceships or whatever. You've got to have some, plot contrivance there. But in the regular Warhammer universe, you don't really need that to explain how they make a catapult or something, because it really is not that complicated. Right. As for Karak Kadrin, if we sack it, we will get 39 grand. Let's do it. Let's sack the shit out of it. Yes, we also need to do that for a quest. So, instead of taking it over, burn it to the ground, take everything that isn't nailed down, giving us 55, almost 56 grand. We found the armor of silvered steel. This gleaming, all-encased suit of silver is light, but surely grants the wearer a heavy degree of protection, surely the hallmark of elven artifice, and will pretty soon be covered in poo. Okay, do I have a hero that needs to wear that? Hero. A greenskin war boss who needs to wear that. Yes, indeed. Okay, so DeWaste Walker, the shaman, who is in Grimgor's army, marching alongside him and interpreting the bones and the other omens, is now wearing the armor of silvered steel. Do we not have a shrieking sword? We do. Okay, so a shrieking blade. We have a blade that causes terror. I'm going to give it to the shaman. We have a talisman to give him ward saves. I don't know what ward saves do in the game. I don't know if anybody knows. To be fair, how could you have a proper war in space without windows to stick your head out and scream on your spaceship? Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it's the first thing they request. Quebec says you're classed as a melee specialist or something else. So you are a strategic specialist, Quebec. You're an assassin. However, I've gone through your tree insofar as your assassin traits are concerned, so I'm giving you bonuses to your melee attack power in the event that you are attached to an army. It's probably not likely, but, you know, just in case I ever have to deploy you. Ward save equals damage reduction from all sources. Ah, okay, good.
Who can I stand?
Right, so one more turn for Umlaut's army until they are ready to move. Warboss Dead Crab has arrived at Karak Ziflin. Leave the underway and put Karak Ziflin to siege. Wow! Wow, 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 wow. Okay, that is way beyond our capability to attack. We have no choice but to put this place to siege and starve them out. So, last time we fought 2 Ironbreaker units, this time they have 4. Supported by the Iron Drakes, an extremely elite force. Musketeers, berserkers called Slayers. Nasty as fuck. Right. Continue the siege. Thank you, Git Pingud and Beastie. Thank you, ZF Beastie. Thank you. Also, hi there, sir. Hope you're well. Right. Okay, so Karak Ziflin. So this will take 11 turns before they run out of supplies, and they will start to starve. So we're going to have to wait. Wait for them to starve. I do not believe a garrison can sally forth without an associated, army. The garrison just consists of militia. So the citizens of the city. They cannot march out of it to engage us in the field, I think. Okay. So that's Warboss Dead Crab. They can. I don't think they can. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll just retreat. No biggie. Right, so Azag the Slaughterer has finished his conquest of Karak Kadrin, marched back into the pass to evade. Right. Thank you, Gamer Gunslinger. Thank you very much, dude. Fabio de Grinin. I'd like you to go back to your parent army. Your parent army was Felfire, wasn't it? Yeah, you're not needed here anymore. So Fabio de Grinin returned to Felfire and serve as his magic user / advisor. Well, yeah, they are militia insofar as the game mechanic is concerned, Dane. But yes, I know what you mean. The militia, as in they're not part of the serving standard army. They're citizens who have taken up their arms and their armor in the defense of their families and their homes. Okay. A small pro tip from a veteran. You can sack a city and the next turn instantly take it over, and you have repairs for a very low cost. Indeed, I do know that play for Leftover. You're speaking to a veteran. Many thousands and thousands of hours. Okay, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but certainly at least 1,000 in the Total War franchise, starting in 1999 with the original Shogun. Oh yes, I'm a huge Total War connoisseur. I have played pretty much all of them, except for, I think, Napoleon. I think I missed that one. Yeah, I don't know why, actually. Not sure. I was playing an Empire a ton, but then I just missed Napoleon. God, Rome 2 was horrible. Rome 2 was awful. Oh god, I'm having flashbacks of how bad that was. But yeah, God, no, I've yeah. Oh, yeah. Love Total War. Battlefield and Total War are my 2 most played franchises by far. Oh, and World of Warcraft. Okay. Now. So Maximo does not need to move, so he can stay. Quebec the Pooh covered is tired. Please move back. Yeah, move back to the Dwarven territories and deploy yourself. Don't deploy yourself in the Vampire lands. Open up a dialogue with the vampires because I would like to try and sweeten my relations with them. Our relations are currently improving. It's currently minus 83, but it will be minus 77 soon. Could we give them a gift? We have a lot of gold.
Thou hast trespassed.
How much is it?
Thy
So
words
for
I
30
best
grand.
hold providence,
Why not?
or death
Why not?
will visit thee.
So I have just looted Karak Kadrin. We have taken a vast amount of money. We have taken about 50 grand. More than that, in fact. So I'm going to give 30 grand as a gift to the vampires. So the vampire counts aloof with their wine, their blood wine, because they like to keep up the pretense that they're nobles instead of monsters. They're sitting in there, they're sitting in Sylvania when some gobbos arrive, give a weird curtsy that they've been taught to do, and with them is a giant chest filled to the brim with gems and coin. All of it strangely dwarven, but never are the vampires to look a gift horse in the mouth. I give you this gift. Okay. Thank you, El Noble Salvagi. Thank you. Right. So, let's see how that improves our relations with them. So, now... that might come back to bite us. All the better, I'd say. Remember, we're greenskins. We want a good fight. If they use it to buy better, you know, better creatures, bigger monsters to fight, we can rally more greenskins to the cause and have a good, proper war. Yeah. We want a fight. Okay, so you stay there, dead crab.
Listen, boss. Yes, boss.
Hang on. Kilo Twin, what happened to that human army?
Just go.
You've lost it? God damn it, Kilo Twin. I wanted you to shadow that human arm and you lost it in the first turn. Thank you, Shadow Peace. Thank you very much. Thank you. End the turn. Do the dwarves have monster units? No, they don't. Okay, so 2 of my wars march across the land going for dwarf holds. Thank you, Thick99. Thank you. And thank you, Shadow. The Empire are over next to Kislev to the north. I'm not sure what they're doing. Ah! The Slayer King marches back to Karak Kadrin. Finally, he has responded to the desperate pleas of the the teary-eyed civilians who are streaming from the Karak Kadrin to report the atrocity. Thank you, Argon. Thank you very much. That's very kind. Thank you. What does git? Well, just it's what the greenskins call each other. I moved you, git. Okay. 20 quid cheaper. No, just wait till it's cheaper, Wraith. I mean, do what you want. I'm not your mum. I'm not paying fucking $39.99 for Warhammer 2. It's the same fucking code, just with reskin. Okay, the Red Horn Beastmen have been destroyed. Warboss Dead Crab has himself a War. I doubt it has sufficient strength to join him in Karak Ziflin. Mission failed. Don't give a shit about that. Ah. The Chaos Horde has poured in, a remorseless tide scouring all in its path. Yet even the most savage flood must eventually recede, leaving battered survivors to pick through the flotsam on ravaged shores. We are saved, they cry, heedless of the fact that the tides are certain in one respect, they will always rise again. The old world has survived the onslaught, yet now another wave rolls forth from the accursed chaos wastes. The Bray herds have arrived. Out of the vile forest they emerge, the horned beasts that stand upright in a vile parody of man. They are the Cloven Ones, the children of chaos, and they have come for us, to tear down our civilization. The war herds are migrating and destroying anything in their path. Defend yourselves from the Beastmen's wrath. Yep, this is what the Greenskins want. Come, Beastmen. Challenge us. We want you to. Okay, so, I believe that means additional Chaos armies have arrived. Rather than go north, I would like President Nixon to move this way because I know that there is a Chaos army here. There you are. Wulrich the Dark Wizard is currently encamped here, recruiting additional Chaos forces.
War boss, innit?
Send this war against it. That war will be destroyed. Okay. Fellfire, the big general admiral, is in what? Yeah, basically he's going to wait for them. Or maybe we should just rush them. No, just wait for them for the minute. Okay. Grimgor, continue your bloody march towards the Empire and their capital city of Altdorf. Thank you, Caped Girl. Thank you very much, Caped. Right, now what? What's the time anyway? It's 10 to 11. I can't go too late this evening, I'm afraid, because I've got to walk the dog.
No fighting.
Okay.
Ready.
Fellfire.
Now they'll see.
So Umlaut is ready to go. Okay, Umlaut is ready to go. Right. So, quick thing, can we pop it into sub-only mode? I need 3 volunteers. And I need a village name, don't I? So, we'll start with the village. Would anyone like to volunteer to have this village named after them? Over here. So this is a small village in the northern pass. I don't know if it's going to get much action. And then I'll do the Black Orcs in a minute. So I'm just going to pick a name from the chat. So feel free to just raise your hand. So we just need this small village on the northern World's Edge Mountains. Let's go with... you. Okay, so Gumball Bob. Right, so let's call that Gumball. It's a ravine, isn't it? It's a pass. It's like a valley. Gumball Valley? Gumball Valley could work. Any better suggestions? Gumball. Leave it in sub-only mode for the moment, if you please, because there's more to name. Gumball Pass, Gumball Gulch, Gumball Valley, Gumball's Crevice, Gumball's Crag. Yeah. We've already got a gulch. Canyon, we don't have a canyon. Gumball Canyon, I like that. Gumball Canyon. Thank you, Helviet. Thank you. Right. Gumball Canyon. Cancel extortion of the local populace. Just to improve the, improve the obedience level. Thank you, Sniper Panda. Thank you. Right. Now then. As for the Black Orcs then. Umlaut the Talkie Talker has 3 units of Black Orcs. I need more volunteers. So, who would like to volunteer to be, yes, among the Black Orcs here? So hang on. So this is Umlaut's army. So you are replacing the destroyed Black Orc regiments that faced the Chaos Army. So you are the replacements. You come from Shabby Wabby, the headquarters of the Black Orcs with their forge, making their amazing weapons. So you already start at skill level 3, which makes you experienced. Thank you, Solaire and Sniper Panda. Thank you, both of you. Okay, so let's go with Solaire has volunteered. Right, so second maniple, Solaire. Third maniple will be Foxhole Cake. Fourth maniple, whoops, it's a misclick. Fourth maniple will be Praetor. Right, I'll get you on the Google Drive, so feel free to go there if you'd like to keep track of your unit. You don't have to watch all the subsequent streams to find out what happens to you. Right, so is it Solitaire or Solaire? Solaire, no T. Thank you, Drag Queen. Thank you kindly, Drag Queen. Thank you. Foxhole Cake and Praetor. Okay, there you go. So you are the replacements in Umlaut's army.
Who should we take?
Your army's ready to march. I would like you to start moving immediately to support Fellfire's operations over here. Okay? Okay, we can pop it out of sub-only mode now. Thank you. War Boss Dead Crab, with the presence of your War, we'll have it move here and see if it's enough. It's too far away to support you directly for the minute. Azag the Slaughterer Move away from the Slayer King. Move. Yeah. Get some distance. You're too weak to take him. Get some distance over here.
We going south?
Let your force regenerate. Yeah. Thank you, River Sun. Thank you very much. This war, send it against that village. Or town, even. Okay. In fact, send it further and go for that one. See if we can get away with that. Quebec the Pooh covered. You are no longer tired. Please go for this Thane. 78% chance to assassinate a level 10 Dwarven Thane. He has succeeded, I believe. He has, so he's now a master of poisons. So, he now has an additional 15% chance of killing his target. Okay, he has wounded that Thane though. They are not dead.
I need
Now, let's have a look. Our relations with the vampires have improved significantly. So it's now minus 60 instead of like minus 90 or whatever. And they're continuing to improve. On the next turn it will be minus 33. Hopefully we can keep working with them. Okay. Yes. And we're getting, yeah, so our actions against the dwarves they approve of. Okay. We'll try to sweeten our relationship with the corpse men to the east. Right. Warboss Dead Crab stay. Fabio de Grinin, report to your host army. Fellfire, he's already on it. Kilo Twin, you failed to find the human army. You still failed to find the human army. Just stay where you are. Okay, that's all I can do this turn, I believe. That isn't the next turn change, as far as you're aware. That's just the trends towards that number. What do you mean? Sorry, what do you mean, Blue Seer? Not sure what you mean. Right, over at Neville, we finally got the population to upgrade to a rank 4 settlement. So let's do that. Over at Fault, yep. Keep upgrading. Basically stamp out vampiric corruption in our provinces. Send out the Gobbos to investigate any potential vampire coven. Okay. Brainbugs Gulch. Upgrade the size of the shiny piles there. And the village of Brainbugs Gulch, this one here, it's almost certainly going to get destroyed by chaos. Down here at the vault, can we do anything interesting? Nah, just leave it. It's just a small settlement that I haven't named yet. Okay, right, so let's end the... How long until Grimgor? I would like to get in on Outdorf if possible. That's going to be a good fun fight, that is.
Let's go.
Good fun fight indeed. Why am I not upgrading Azog? I'm trying to wait until he reaches rank 8 and I can access his magical abilities. Oh, I see, Rockin', I see. Okay, my wire is throwing itself against Chaos. They'll undoubtedly be destroyed. They're in no position to destroy it. Yeah, not strong enough. Thank you, Cobalt Lotus. Thank you, Cobalt. Okay, yep, Chaos has destroyed that wire. They're gone. The Beastmen are in the Imperial territory. Right, my wire has been destroyed. Sorry, what's that? Sorry? Is it a good idea to buy Total War Warhammer if you've not played any of the Total War games before? Yes, Margrave. The trouble is, the series has changed significantly. I'm going to keep this short. The series has changed significantly over time. So if you buy into the earlier ones, you will find the later ones very shallow, with limited replayability. If you buy into the more recent ones, so the more modern ones, you will find the older ones slow, clunky, and at times infuriating in their their lack of streamlining of things you would consider very basic. So whichever side you go for will colour your opinion on the rest of the series. You can buy this immediately, and if you have no experience in Warhammer, in Total War, that's fine. You will enjoy it. However, I might be able to, if I can convince you to possibly buy Medieval 2, because it is considered by most in the franchise, well, a lot of people, to be the height of the franchise. So Medieval 2 Total War is on Steam. It is brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. I have sunk so many hours, so many nights into Medieval 2 Total War. It's fantastic. Yeah. So I do recommend this. This is a shadow compared to Medieval 2 Total War. Seriously, Medieval 2 Total War is just, it's brilliant. This pales in comparison. For all of its fancy graphics and stuff, it just can't match it. Okay. So, hang on. So, yeah, Grimgor can actually strike Altdorf in one move. And Fabio de Grinin... Oh, he can't damage the walls. Where's Quebec? Oh, Quebec's miles away. What's that? Sorry, there's a skill point there. The Waste Walker. Oh, you're right, Lulu. Okay, Lulu's getting restless. I'll have to take her for a WALK in a bit. Hello, honey. Hang on. So she's been a good girl actually. She's been sleeping on the sofa. She's been sleeping on the sofa for most of the afternoon. So she's been a good girl. So she probably wants some food soon, don't you? Do you want some food soon, my darling? And then take her for a trip round the block. Yes, I know. You have been a good girl. You have been such a good girl, haven't you? Yeah. You have been a good girl. Yes. You a good girl? So today she went to see my mother. And she's very, very fond of my mother. Yeah, you'll notice her face is also, it's quite sore. She's been scratching herself quite a bit. It's difficult to keep her wrinkles clean, you see. So she starts scratching it, and then of course it gets sore, and she scratches it more, and it's like, gonna get some Vaseline in there later. Yes, I know. It's sore, isn't it? Good girl. Thank you, Vlan. Thank you very much, Vlan. That's very kind. So yeah, I'll need to go take care of her soon. Right, so I've got another skill point for the Waste Walker, the Desert Shaman, who's accompanying Grimgor. Put it into evasion, which will improve a passive ability constant to improve his acceleration and speed, allowing him to access his later tree. Now, can we attack Altdorf? It'll be a tough fight. A really fun fight. Fuck it, let's do it. Hang on. So, Altdorf is the capital city of the Empire. It is protected by very elite units. Very elite and powerful units. Thank you, Sir Anomaly. Thank you very much. Let's give it a go. So, march upon Altdorf. Declare war upon the Empire. So we declare war against you. Okay, ooh, even, apparently. I'm not convinced. So, we are facing Greatsword Infantry, quite a few of them, like 6 units. Rifles are handgunners, who are going to be a pain. The Reich Guard Shock Cavalry, when I was playing as the vampires, these guys were a fucking nightmare. Because they are so well armoured. I'm hoping that our monsters will be able to deal with them. Are they anti-large? I don't know. These ones look like they're anti-large. Shock Cavalry with lances. They have a steam tank, war machine, and mortars which will be shelling us the entire time. Riflemen can't fire in arcs to stay behind their own troops. Yes, but I need to keep them busy on the walls, Lizzie. Right. So, last time we attacked Altdorf with 2 armies. They repulsed us 3 times. So the first army failed miserably. The second army did better. It was only on the third and final army, through overwhelming vampire force, that we defeated the defenders of Altdorf. I don't know if that's just because the vampires had trouble with their specific configuration. We'll see. We'll just have to give it a go. So, 7 out of 30 Winds of Magic. I'm going to flip a coin and gamble. The Winds of Magic are the sort of the native, sort of etheric winds, the magical winds of the Immaterium that magic users are using. Thank you, Replex. Right, so 23 out of 30. Thank you very much, Replex. Thank you. So as you can see, here's the capital. Now then, we'll take Yeah, we'll take that gatehouse from before. Right, so we're going to take the main gate. Grimgore straight up the middle. So, Grimgore, the war boss, in the middle here. Thank you, Improbable Alpaca. Thank you. Supported by Lyde, Lysair, Aldanon, and Black Orc, his immortals. The Black Orcs are his bodyguard. There. So Grimgore's going with them. The Waste Walker, my shaman. You go on the left here. So yeah, here he is, ready to move. Covered in idols and other fetishes. Ready to sort of, yeah, unleash orcish magic upon them. Louisian, Natho here, and Mad Burke. Archer formation at the back. Summer Girl and In Flames, my squigs. Shock infantry. Rapida and Baby Girl Abby, my Arachnarog spiders, group 4. Vogelfryer and Bubu Dingo, group 5, my giants. Dark Raziel Scarthy and Puncher Donkey, group 6, my trolls. And Mother of SovietWomble and Crookster, group 7, my catapults. Now, the gatehouse is not going to be an issue. I'm worried about these towers, though, which are cannon towers, I believe. Yeah? Mortar towers. Right, so we're going to have to eliminate those rather urgently. So that's what, yeah, that's what the catapult's going to be working on. So, let's do this. I'm not expecting victory, frankly. This is going to be a hard fight. So let's do this. Right, so, catapults immediately open up on that tower. Group 5, the giants, the Arachnarog spiders, Grimgore himself, and his immortals go straight for the gatehouse and the trolls. Okay, as for the other greenskins, so Lyde, go for that set of walls. Lysair, that set of walls there. And Aldon, you'll be taking... No, go for that one there. Okay. And Waste Walker, you go with them. Let's do this. Here we go. Gobbos, you just stay there for a minute. Okay, right, the cannons have opened fired. These are only just the basic defenses. Their mortars inside the walls will join soon. Okay. Their handgunners are already in position. The trolls are vulnerable to hand... Yep. Unlike arrows, the musket shots are going straight through troll hide. Okay, a troll has already been killed. Okay. This is going to be a proper fight. A proper fight indeed. Right, try and bring down the towers as best we can. Right, mortar fire is streaking from the city centre. They're going to try and get a shot on us. Looking, yep. Their gunners are accurate and experienced. This is going to be fun. Good luck, boys. Right. Trolls, you can move forward. Get my archers forward. 43% on that tower. The gatehouse is almost certainly almost toast. I want Grimgore in first if I can handle it. I can sort everyone in a minute. Gatehouse is down. Charge. Black Orc getting there as well. Thank you, Canadian. Thank you very much. Get in. There we go. The giants are in. Right, use the Helm of Discord to debuff the enemy armor. Okay. My Black Orcs are almost on the walls. Go, Aldanon. Get up there. Shit, they're suffering. Right, I need my caster to start casting. What can we do? Not much until we're actually inside. Come on, get in there. Okay, my archers are now firing on their defenders on the walls. Go straight for the middle group, please. Okay, 80% on this tower. It's almost down. Okay, who's this? Lysair. Yeah, so we're keeping their handgunners busy. Trolls, can you get right in there, please? They've got more handgunners in, yeah, already inside the walls. We're doing better than the vampires did thus far. Yikes. One tower has just been destroyed. Group 7. Okay, we don't need to deal with that. Have we captured it? Almost. Okay, don't fire on that because we'll probably capture it before we destroy it. Bastards. Right, Aldanon, go straight for those handgunners. Group 7, target that tower just because we can. Right, Scream War. Use Foe Seeker. And activate... Wait, is Grimgor actually fighting in close range? We need to push further. Immortals, can you push in further? Oh yeah, don't forget the squigs. That is true. I did forget the squigs. Squigs move in. Good. Right, so we're entering the city itself. Damn, I need a group to tie up those gunners. Baby girl Abby, can you get in there? Good, 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 good. Right, Grimgor, activate Gitsnik. Your blade, up your armor-piercing damage. Cut down the great sword-wielding humans. They are losing decisively, but we have yet to face their cavalry. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you very much, Kyle. Good. The Blackhawks have cut apart the enemy musketeers on the walls. There's their cavalry waiting to charge. The handgunners attempt to fall back behind their lines of cavalry. Mortars continue to rail us. Right. We need to make a decision. It's going to be the main gate this way. Let's start moving. My goblin archers have suffered horrendously in this. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Straight up this way. Right. They're going to try and outflank us from behind. Okay, so in flames, go for that group there. Summer Girl, you two. Squigs, just chase down those fleeing. Right, the Squigs are bouncing in. Rolling over and knocking down Imperial infantry who are panicking and scattering. The Giants are smashing their way. Right, the Giants have encountered the Reich Guard. Charge in there, please. Where's Grimgor himself? Charge. Okay, we've encountered a steam tank. There it is. Not good. Get Grimgor against it, please. Get the Blackhawks against it. I believe it's anti-monster, so pull the trolls away. Have the trolls go for the Reich Guard. Grimgor, I need you on that steam tank. It's one of only 8 the Empire can field. Okay, so the Squigs are fighting against their greatswords and they're doing okay. Natho here, move your gobos up here. Madberg, move your gobos there. Lyde, get off the walls quickly. The steam tank will not break, it will fight to the death. Bubu, Dingo and Vogel continue to push. Rapida, you two. Fuck, baby girl Abby's spider is badly injured. And it's about to break, it's exhausted. Scream War again. Use the Helm of Discord to debuff the tank's armor. It's nearly destroyed. Scarthy's trolls are panicking in the face of enemy musket fire. Okay. Fuck. We're making good progress. The steam tank has been destroyed. Grimgor, charge the handgunners. Use your foe secret ability to up your speed. You will be faster than them. All of the Black Orcs start charging the main center of the city. This is it. They're back to the city center. I need to use more magic. I haven't done any of it. Okay, Grimgor, don't go too far. You need to lead your men. Move back. Looking good. Okay, Squigs, move back to the city center. Right, full push now. Giants take the lead. Right cavalry in the middle. Full push now. Full push. Yep, one of my spiders is about to die. It's baby girl Abby. She's badly injured. There go the right guard. They charge against Vogel. And Rapida. Holy shit. Right, don't stop. Just charge. Okay, where's... He's here. Okay, Waste Walker. I want you to use Brain Burst on an AoE against the middle of the town. Okay, on their mortar crew, we've cast an explosive move, which is doing damage to them over time. Rapida is hurt. My giants are hurt. We're all hurt. Everyone's hurting. What's that there? Demigryph Knights. Where's Grimgor? He's fighting against those Demigryph Knights. He's not doing well, actually. Send the trolls to back him up. Okay, we're split hideously now. My warriors are fleeing. Continue charging the middle. Don't stop. We've broken the cavalry. It's now just down to the squishies. We're about to win. Just push the center. My Arachnarogs are fleeing. Arachnarok spiders are fleeing either. rather. Okay. Nice. Just push. Break them. Break them, break them. BB push, Vogel push. Don't stop. Can we get more magic going? Use another brain burster on them. There we go. And also Ed Butt. So a big AoE attack on them now. Do it. There we go. We've knocked them down. We've damaged their morale big time. Okay, lies there. Break off and go for that handgunner group. I can't order you. Why? No idea. Come on, we've almost got him. Just make him break. That group there. Right, use Noir. Use the Helm of Discord to debuff their armor, Grimgore. And Foe Seeker on yourself. Victory is in our grasp. Yes, it is. Okay, these archers, they're trying to do their best against their handgunners, but they're losing. The last of the right guard are fighting to the death. We're securing the square. Black Orcs smash everything. Vogel bash the last of those mortar team. Yep, bash them into the ground. The building hitbox was doing it, was it? Yep, smash them. Okay, we've taken the square. It's over. It's over? Who's not fleeing? Send the trolls against that unit. Fuckers, who's doing that? The Waste Walker. Fuck. Are they fresh? Not clear. Yeah, it's over. Wait! First try! Holy shit. To be fair, the vampire attacks have, I'm used to their configuration. So we didn't stay bogged down in the we didn't stay bogged down letting their cavalry just charge us as we did with the vampires. We got in there with our monsters. That was a good fight though. Everybody got in there. Apart from maybe the catapult guys. Right. So yeah. Looking good. We lost a lot of men, yes we did. We lost a lot of greenskins in that fight. Okay. Altdorf, the capital city of the Empire, has fallen. Right. Let's have a look and see what the kill tallies are like then, eh? Indeed, guard. It's yeah, we have come quite some distance. Is Bibu Dinko going to make another Warhammer scene? Hopefully, if I can tempt her with marshmallows. Hopefully. Did I lose one of my spiders? I think I did. I think it was Baby Girl. I think she might be dead. Yeah. The forest goblins won't be happy about that. They're going to be mourning her corpse. Okay. Yeah, she died. Okay, wait, they might both have Rapida died. We'll check in a second. I don't know if they'll be able to reform. Okay, so Pyrrhic victory. So, Grimgore himself got 104 kills. So, the Waste Walker, the Shaman, got 19 kills. So, of the Black Orcs, Lyde got 65 kills, storming the walls. And Eliza got 68. Aldenon got 50. The Immortals, through the gate with their war boss, got 55. The Archers, Louis, got 18. Natho here got 38. Madberg got 37. The Squigs, going on the flank, Summer Girl got 65. In Flames got 55. The Arachnarog Spiders, Rapida got 37. Baby Girl Abby got 63. Vogel Freya got 174. Bloody hell, the giant smashing through the gatehouse. 174 mortals killed. Bubu got 127. Dark Raziel got 57. Scarthy 71. Puncher Donkey 41. Mother of SovietWomble, the catapult unit, got 20. And Crookster got 16. So the clear winner is Vogel with 174 kills there. Okay. So it has been taken. Despite the amount of money we would get through sacking it, I'm actually going to occupy it because we need it as a capital city that we can use to defend against chaos with its big strong walls that I'm going to restore. So having a look at the army. Okay, so looking at the Google Doc. So I'll need to end the stream in a moment, I'm afraid. So that seems like a good place to end it. Okay, so all the Black Orc regiments made it. They're just licking their wounds. All the archer regiments made it. Both squig herds made it. Okay, unfortunately, so baby girl Abby did survive, but Rapida was destroyed. So Rapida, the giant arachnarog spider whose body is now leaking and bubbling in one of the street corners of the city, being mourned by the forest goblins who once, well, worshipped her. Yeah, so the body's going to remain there for quite some time. I doubt any of the forest goblins are going to let anyone else near it. Baby girl Abby did make it, but she's been badly injured. It's going to be a full 6 turns until she's healed to the point that she can take to the field again. But she should heal so long as we leave her alone. But yeah, Rapida has been killed. The 2 giants made it. They're fine. They're probably raiding the brewery of Altdorf as we speak. And the troll units, they all made it. They're fine. Okay, so yes, it seems that Rapida was sacrificed. Killed in the attack on Altdorf, having suffered serious injury, facing down the handgunners of the Empire, whose bullets pierced her mighty hide. Okay, so she's toast. That sucks. Okay, so Altdorf is now ours. So the only village left in this province is Eilhart over here, which needs to be taken. I drove Rapida into the last group. Yes. Well, that's what they're for. You send the shock units against the front. You don't hold them back. You know, it was Altdorf. I expected sacrifice, but she will have to be replaced. Okay, so that's the end of the stream for this evening, because I've got to feed the dog and take her for a WALK. So yes, as you can see, we're doing very well. We've taken over a good chunk of the old world, and we are continuing to push the dwarves back in the Rib Peak Mountains. We're trying to play it nice with the vampires for the moment, because it suits our interests, because they're working with us against the dwarves, and also we have the forces of chaos bearing down upon us. Interestingly, it seems that the humans of Marienburg and the Empire have been doing quite well against chaos, so they've been shielding us from most of the nasties coming down from the frozen wastes to the north. In exchange, we've destroyed their capital city and murdered all of their families. So, hooray! Yeah, so things are going well. So we just need to eliminate the Empire, the dwarves, and chaos, and then that's it for the victory. So it's going very well. So cheers for watching. I hope you've had a lovely weekend. Right. So over here, this weekend I was doing some work this afternoon, but I went to see my mum and my nan, and oh, hang on, yeah, Lulu's restless, and yeah, I've just generally been unwinding. She's digging. She likes to dig. Little pickle. She loves it whenever I take her out to places with soft soil. She just loves to dig. The first thing she does is just get straight in there, just start digging a big hole, sticking her nose in there, and then I ask her what she's doing, and just this dirt covered face will come out and look at me like, what? Thank you, Endless. Thank you, dude. Thank you. And Helix before that, and Akimbo before that, and Kyle before that. I'm sorry, did I miss you? A Canadian and Improbable Alpaca. Sorry, did I miss you in the middle of the battle? Thank you, guys. Look at her. Are you ruining my sofa? Huh? Yeah? Anyway, so insofar as YouTube is concerned, the work continues on the latest episode. It's just the last bits I need to finish, really. Some voice work that I needed to record, and some volunteers have been very kind in that they've recorded some stuff and sent it over. So I need to go through that voice work and add it to the edit, and also think that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a few more text boxes to add, but beyond that, it's almost done. So I just need to get those done and have it ready as best I can. How many voices have I gone through? So I've received about 43 recordings, and I've gone through about 11. So there's still more to do, Bone Stealer. So yeah. Oh, she jumped off the sofa. So yes, I need to. I need to just crack on, really. Okay, let me just have a quick look. So the short of it is the latest YouTube video is nearly done. I just need to get it done as best I can, and I'll continue that tomorrow morning. So quite a few members of my clan are on right now. We've got Beastie, SWAT Knight, Smeagol, Yuki, and Kaf. What are they playing? So Beastie's playing Assassin's Creed. Interesting. We haven't seen anyone do that for a while. Smeagol's playing CS:GO. Yuki's playing Warframe, and Kaf is just finished. Okay, I will hand you over to ZF Beastie then. So ZF Beastie is playing Assassin's Creed. ZF Beastie, you'll probably remember him from DayZ. He's the guy who stole that scene where he stole ammo off of Flibble and got shot for it, basically. So have a good one. All the best. Have a lovely evening, and I'll see you soon. So this is ZF Beastie.